Echoing across the racing world. The Winston Cup Series is ready to attack the road course at Watkins Glen. Rick Stewart, your victor. His first win at this historic road course.
Biffle, best qualifying by a rookie this season. Tony Stewart, row 2, not going to be there for long. We'll tell you about that in just a second.
See Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch back in row 4. Boris Said comes in to drive the 0-1 car this week.
Indy winner Kevin Harvick there in row 6. Ryan Newman finished second here a year ago, and there's Robbie Gordon. Pretty good favorite on a lot of people's minds to win this race today.
And Ron Fellows, a lot of folks talking about him in the 1 car.
Yep.
Jimmy Johnson, another car that will have to go through Riversfield, an engine change this morning.
There's Bill Elliott. Way back in row 13, Ricky Rudd, considered one of the better road course racers in NASCAR, but he's got a lot of track position to make up. And down into provisional land, Sterling Marlin, Jimmy Spencer. They don't consider road racing to be among their favorite pursuits.
Well, they talked about some of them enjoy it, some of them don't. That's two that really...
Moving to the back, all because of engine changes.
And the cars go down in turn 1, a good place to pass. And here, getting through this corner, through the S's, down a long backstretch is really important because here is a good place to pass. Through the inner loop or bus stop, some folks are calling it. There's a carousel up to another spot, Wally, that's...
Yeah, that area, turn 10, guys, and turn 1 is where we see a lot of that wheel hopping going on. So we'll watch those two areas. That's where a lot of guys wind up in the kitty litter or the gravel is what we're talking about.
The pole sitter of the fastest car gets to choose which side he wants to start on. Going down in turn 1, he needs to be on the inside, so wisely, he chose the right side of the grid.
90 laps around the 2-point. Kevin Harvick, 3, how about 4 wide into turn 1?
Oh, almost contact between the 16. Oh, there was contact. Jeff Gordon, the leader. I think maybe he and Biffle made contact getting down in the corner.
Remember in New Hampshire, they had a little confrontation about Gordon and Biffle getting back on the lead lap? Wow. They said it was settled. Maybe it's just flared up again accidentally. Jeff Gordon has continued away. The track is clear. We stay under green. The inner loop, or the bus stop, as some people call it.
If you get in that gravel pit, it becomes a rest area.
Pretty deep.
Pretty deep rest area.
There's the out. Oh, Kyle Petty in trouble at the inner loop. That's on the outside of the track, so he didn't even get through the corner. And he got stuffed into the styrofoam. Big.
Guys, the whole front right side rear.
Full course caution is out as they complete lap 1.
Take a look what happened down here in turn 1. Yep, Gordon definitely got booted. And it wasn't like that he was really slowed down at that point either. Getting through the corner pretty good.
They got flat out on the gas to keep that thing from getting off into the gravel trap.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he did a fantastic job in keeping that car not get stuck in the gravel. Like I said, you got to stay on the pavement, and so did Jeff Gordon. There we see.
Wow.
Still there outside. Watch 24 spun. Clear all around. Nice and smooth, but it's just you.
All right, so that was the first end of the opening lap doubleheader. Now we go to the other end of the racetrack in the inner loop. Those 4 turns that Kyle Petty did not come out of successfully. Here it comes. Wow. Look at that.
And that's a slow part of the racetrack.
Yeah, I can't figure that one out.
Clean it up out on the backstretch where Kyle Petty...
Told by one of his spotters around the track that the car looks to be in good shape, but they wanted to come to force contact with Greg Biffle. Here's what Biffle said to his crew after the incident.
No, I mean, if it's any consolation, just tell his spotter. I just couldn't get stopped. I was sliding the tires. I mean, I feel terrible.
Remember the end of last year's race here where Tony Stewart had that late restart? They moved the restart point way up the track. You saw the new restart line there.
Here we go.
Oh,
3,
man.
4 wide.
Look at him, man. Bobby Labonte way over trying to make it 3 wide down the corner. Yeah. Gets on the inside of Robbie Gordon.
Greg Biffle leads. Mark Martin is second. Kurt Busch is third. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is fourth. And Rusty Wallace is fifth. And the big mess.
You're going to lose a lot of speed. You can't run through there flat out when you're side by side.
Here comes Brian Newman.
He's trying to get by in the inner loop. The bus stop. On board with Kurt Busch, our 4th place car.
This is an important corner here, too. This has got to really carry a lot of momentum through here.
Loose when he's by himself, but the car plays well with others, meaning when he's in traffic, it handles very well. What's going to be interesting to see is how many spots this pit crew can get Gordon back. They helped him get on the pole. Now they want to see if they can move him forward in the field. Tony Stewart also marching forward, has stopped, did get... They made a track run. Kevin Harvick needs forward fight. They changed 4 tires, reduced air pressure. Fire in the back of the 29. He leaves the pits and gets out of here.
Now that's a burnout.
Fuel can.
But the fuel can, the guy threw the can down and it's on fire.
See the safety workers there attempting to extinguish the blaze.
Final practice section. Matt Chambers is going to try to fix it with air pressures. Mikey Atwell, there's a little bit of trouble on the front. There's a crash.
Off the final corner, it's Christian Fittipaldi, and the caution flag is out. You know, we don't have a warning track before you get to the wall here at Watkins Glen in most of these corners. Paint job for Petty Enterprises here, commemorative of the 100th anniversary of New York Yankees baseball, but the pinstripes did not fare well in their home state today.
No.
What happened to Christian?
I want to say he got a little help.
Steve Park trying to get under Christian in the 30 car, and yep, a little bit of a bump.
You are right.
And Steve Park spun out.
And those big styrofoam blocks, the initial safer barrier put up here at Watkins Glen several years ago to really cushion a blow that a driver might take. That's a heavy impact.
Did his job well. All right, here we go.
Pace truck's off, 4 wide.
They were pretty strung out there that time on the restart.
Yeah. Ron Fellows peaking. Greg Biffle to block.
Kurt Busch trying to go by on the outside of Fellows.
Not where you want to be.
No,
Good work,
just
too.
right.
Excuse me, that's my racetrack you're trying to take.
Really make us move down into turn 1, but you've got to be right on his bumper right here.
As Junior comes back, Tony Raines has trouble. Junior takes the full course caution at the start-finish line, the 4th one of the race. On the 74 of Tony Raines. He's going to limp back around and head for the garage. He was running 35th at the time.
And Tony's going back to the garage area with a very, I think he's hot.
I would say he's hot.
Yes, he's hot because something caused this, and he probably had some help in making contact with the retaining wall.
All right, here is the pass for the lead with Junior squeezing by Jeff Burton just seconds before we came back.
Comes off the carousel, gets him a good run to turn 10, gets on the inside and just simply outbrakes him and doesn't wheel up, just does it perfectly. Goes on in the front.
And the crash, Tony Raines. 74 car. Ooh, he and Terry Labonte hooked. Look at that. Ouch. Coming to the green flag, Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the backstretch, and the whole field charging at him.
Oh, man, good job. What a job.
He's putting me at the top of the S.
What a job by Flores.
And damage there on his left front corner.
Like you said,
he was running 10th at the time.
Bring it back, man. Nice and smooth.
Fastest part of the track right here.
Yeah, it looks like
Robbie Gordon's able to run the back of him, and see all these cars getting by. Jeff Gordon goes by, Tony Stewart.
Matt, as we get another look at it, yeah, just clipped him. Robbie was probably flat through the S's, and Boris had to breathe it a little bit.
Yeah.
But the yellow light flashing there on a road course.
They got to get him going soon. Get that changed.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. If he can make that last another lap or so just to get into his fuel window,
It might not be a bad deal, because then he can go the rest of the way.
team car. Also, Casey Mears is in just in front of him. And the championship leader's in, Matt. Just the car with air. In the gravel trap.
And in the mud.
Oh, look at
Is he
that.
stuck?
He's going to be stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck. He can't get out of
We're
there.
off at 10, Billy, but I don't think he can eat.
Ward Burton, Dale Jarrett. Dave?
The 29 car.
All right, what happened to Rusty Wallace?
Well, I was a little premature in saying they fixed their brake problem. You heard him say he gets down to turn 10 and just doesn't have any brakes.
And you see all the mud. We've just had an enormous amount of rain here at Watkins Glen.
Oh no, when you heard how many cars had stopped. A lot of traffic down here. Stakes are empty at best.
As we see the A car winning that battle off pit road, but then they all have to start stopping because the field hasn't gone. And I thought all these cars...
And for the lead, Ricky Rod diving underneath Bobby Labonte as they go into the S's. Labonte shut the door on him.
Miller, and somehow he got through the gravel trap back on the racetrack.
Everybody, Ricky Rudd is out in front at Watkins Glen. First lap he's led all season long since Las Vegas back in March. And now he comes to pit road in the Air Force car.
On the right side of the car. The 42 of McMurray's team, they're waiting for him as well. He couldn't make it.
And Matt, just to clear here, Matt.
Okay, Jimmy Spencer down in turn 1, going in on the outside, some contact with Boris Said, and around goes Jimmy.
Just what we were talking about at Sears Point a little bit earlier, back at the end of June, the road course from 98 and 99. Rusty Wallace at Riverside in Watkins Glen in 87, and Tim Richmond at Riverside in Watkins Glen in 84 this season. He's the top running ringer so far, so if you voted for Pruitt, so far, Old Trap got another one.
Todd Bodine.
That would be the hometown driver from nearby Chemung, New York, in the National Guard Ford, turn 1.
Goes down the corner, and it's like he got that wheel hop going.
Yep, sure did.
And he almost stayed it. Just gets the front in the gravel just enough that he's unable to. Yeah, it sinks down and just sticks there.
Duck.
Those traps are there for safety. They slow a car down tremendously when it gets off the course and keeps them from impacting the barrier. The problem is if you get hung in one, you are hung in one.
Like he is hung in one. That one.
20 tires are better than 4.
Yes, sir.
Use Kevin to keep him on the track. He's going to give it up when he comes to pit road for his stop-and-go penalty. Was in 4th place. Not anymore. Oh, man, just after he went by the pit entrance. So how much can he sputter around the course on the last lap? And how many positions might it cost him? He's still running the Sirius satellite radio at the Glen. Jeff Gordon is spun coming to the checkered flag. He's not going to make it to the start-finish line unless he can fire it up. And look at all the cars coming by him and all the positions he's losing. And Jeff Gordon is going to finish.
He's out of gas, but he's trying to keep the car going to get to the line, and there they make contact, and he once again moves over in front of 29, and around he goes.
It cost Harvick a spot. Jimmy Johnson went by him. Was he trying to block him or just trying to get out of the way?
I think he's trying to get out of the way, and Harvick, well, he obviously couldn't get around the left, so he turned back to the right, but in the meantime, he was all up in the back of Jeff Gordon.
Watkins Glen, Robbie Gordon.
No better than 30.